Hi everybody, this is Melly Mel again, Melissa, bringing you video number 2 just as I promised. Video number 2 is about staying in your lane. But before I move on to video number 2, I want to just follow up something from video number 1. Video number 1 was how to approach a real woman, a woman of stature, a woman of confidence, a woman of progressiveness. Number 1, just remember that after listening to video number 1, we can sum it up by saying don't say anything to a woman. Don't approach a woman in any way or manner that you would not appreciate your daughter or your mother or your wife being approached by. If you use that rule, then I think we'll find that we are a lot more respectful and we are building more positive relationships among each other. Second of all, I wanted to just say that one of my girlfriends were approached, and after someone watched the video, and they asked her what's wrong with Melissa. And so I wanted to talk about what's wrong with Melissa. Number 1, let me say that I think the first thing that's wrong with me is that I'm the happiest I have been since before my mother passed away. I am completely satisfied with the way things are going in my life. I've made a life change recently, and I am doing it exactly the way that I want to do it. I'm meeting my weekly goals, and that is inspiring me and making me happy. I'm extremely satisfied with who I am and the things that I am accomplishing and have accomplished. I am grounded, I'm prayed up and stayed up, and I love my God, and I believe that in all my heart that I have been chosen as a disciple to do His work, and I continuously find ways to do that. I'm healthy, I'm blessed, and I'm not stressed at all. I love my job. What's wrong with me? I believe that I am where every single person in this world should be as far as here, feeling good and being connected to God. So the reason why I'm doing these videos is not because something is wrong with me. It's because I believe that I can help build positive relationships with my people. And if I do that, I won't see the influx of children being left without daddies in their household. I salute all of my daddies who are staying, because if you are going to have a positive relationship with a woman and you're going to have a baby by a woman, I believe that you should be trying to do any and everything to make the relationship worth having and valuable enough where that kid has both parents in their life doing positive things and being positive in front of them. And so that's it. That's it in a nutshell. Now let's get to business. The video is about staying in your lane. And what does that look like, staying in your lane? When I say stay in your lane, that means exactly that. Don't go approach a woman that you know you have nothing to bring to her world. And so how does that look? How do we choose women who we know that we are able to help? And it's really simple. If you see a woman that's 36, 26, 36, she looks smart, she's pronouncing her words correctly, she's carrying herself in a manner that is appealing to you, she has a game going on, and you are sitting in 2 chairs away from her and you don't have a job. But you know that you got to say something to that woman. And you are going to try to get her number and try to have a relationship with her. Then that is what we are talking about. Staying in your lane. If you don't have a job to approach a woman that's doing all of this stuff, and I'm talking about good job, I'm talking about holding her own down, I'm talking about, it doesn't matter what she's doing. If she's able to be self-sustaining and do her thing in a way that is appealing, that is respectful, that is progressive as far as down the road, everything is going to get bigger and better And if she stays on this path, then you are getting ready to jump out of your lane and into a lane that you're not ready for. That's the Porsche lane. And you're right now, you're in the Volkswagen Beetle lane. And so how do we stop ourselves from being doggish and jumping in that fast lane when we know we don't have a car to ride over there? Number one, why is this important to me? Because I'm going to save you some heartbreak. I'm going to save you some grief down the road, because eventually, when the dust clears, the real stuff has to meet. And so you might be one of those guys that got the swag going on and you just hellish in bed. And so you like, well, shoot, she give me a chance, I'm going to hit that and I'm going to get that and I'm going to rock her world and she going to be mine. Yeah, possibly. But after about 6 months, 6 months, 9 months, when the light bill keep coming in and the gas bill keep coming in, or she see this pair of shoes that she wants, she can't really afford, but she like you to go in with them, with her on them, and she feels like she deserves them, but you can't help her. That's when this starts to happen. And the frustration is going to set in, and you're going to find yourself in anguish, being kicked out, being argued with on a constant basis. Next thing you know, y'all hate each other. Next thing you know, another black relationship is destroyed. But it might be a baby somewhere in there after a year or two. And this is where we are. So if we just all learn how to stay in our lane, some of that anguish and that pain that breaks our inner down and makes us feel less of a person, less confident, and baby with no parents, no positive parents in their world, then that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So I'm going to give you some tips of how to stay in your lane. And I'm going to say that if you are jobless, there is no lane for you at this moment. You need to just sit in your chair and sit still until you get your life together. What you can do is develop some friendships. And through those friendships, if things change and you develop yourself in a way where you get in school or you get a job, now you can probably move that friendship into a relationship. But before then, let's just stick to what we're talking about here. Work on you. Work on being the best that you can be. Work on you all the time. There's never opportunity or chance that should pass you by that's going to make you better. Jump on every opportunity and every chance that is going to make you a better person, that is going to give you more utensils to bring to the table. So I've been out and I've seen guys, and I've sized guys up and down, and I go, nope, I don't have enough to make him better than he is. Get right back in my Volkswagen Beetle and keep kicking. I don't jump in that Porsche and try to keep up with him, because I know that ain't my lane. Because I know eventually he's going to start feeling like I'm not bringing enough, or I'm inadequate. I'm unable to bring enough. So you might say to yourself, well, you shouldn't do that to yourself. What? Okay. What I am is real. What I am is completely real. I know exactly what I'm bringing to the table, and I can size a person up and know if it's going to be enough to answer these next 4 questions that I'm going to tell you that you should lull around in your head before you approach a woman about trying to be in a relationship. Not a friendship, a relationship. So you see this gorgeous woman, and you're like, I got to have her. I just got to have her. Run over there and you say, hey, you're beautiful. Can I get your number? What you going to do with the number? Ask yourself, before you jump in that fast lane, ask yourself 4 questions. Number 1, how can I make her better? How can I make her life better than it is right now? And if you could possibly get to know something about her before, if you know somebody that knows her, you know, indiscreetly ask a couple of questions. What does she do for a living? You know, do you know anything about how she lives? What things she like to do to have fun? You know, any goals she working on right now that you know of? She in nursing school? Like, what's going on with her? If you can't find that information out because you're in a position where you just walking by or just in a bar or at a party or something, then the first conversation you will have with her is about how she's living. Like, what are your goals right now? You know, what are you up to? You're going to find that stuff out. And if that stuff sends you into the fast lane, you're going to politely say to her, well, you know, I just thought you was beautiful and I really wanted to get to know you, but, you know, I'm working on some stuff right now and I'd like to be your friend. That's it. That's it. Stop. She's going to be so impressed with that. And then when you move yourself into a job or working on some healthy thing, or whether it's losing weight, taking care of your dental, your something,